Buttons depressed. What the fuck was that?
No stretch.
Could not find the Steam key. Refresh your credentials. What the fuck?
What? My button's depressed.
Oh, there's a problem connecting to the server. Log out. Okay. Again. Authorize. Okay. That was funky.
It happens.
Yep. Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. With two idiots misinterpreting the news so you don't have to. Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar nude so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours. And I have to go find your Zoom window because it didn't want to synchronize for some odd reason.
Yeah, all sorts of funky stuff happening today.
Yeah, it's doing weird shit today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giveaways are open on both streams. You do need to do !bundle me to get in on the streamer bundles. If you want to get on the Steam key giveaway on Laz's side, that will be !I love free shit. If you want to get in on the Steam key giveaway on my side, that is pound the bootay.
Pound it.
Because you got to be special. And hold on. That might be roofers. Hold on.
Here comes phone call. That's right. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Thursday, October 24th, 2024 here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And what's going on here? Maynard offering up a trade. What do you got for me, Maynard?
That was U.S. funeral expenses.
Ah.
What the fuck you doing calling me?
Maynard handed me 100 scrolls. Anything else, or you just
nice?
Okay? He's giving me 100 scrolls, which I guess we will use for giveaways. Thank you. So I will take those and add those to. Oh, he's got something else for me.
Yeah.
Or did they not go through the first time? I don't know. Oh, teleport to friend scrolls. Okay. Well, thank you, Maynard. As teleport to zone, which that's interesting. I don't usually have any of those on me, but I know I have some in my other bag. But and then teleport to friends. Yeah, we'll just leave those there for right now. So thank you very much for the donation.
No problem. I had a whole bunch extra.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it. And of
You
course,
met
Yeah.
whoever wins them will appreciate it as well.
All right, pass them on.
Thank you. Jack, where did you go? Did you AFK timeout?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, okay. Gonna say, I didn't see you. There he is. He popped up over there. The magical transport
the
to the lot.
magic AFK
Yes, magical
because
AFK.
Shroud math
Yes.
and Shroud logic
Well, let's
is
talk about
abysmal.
some Shroud math and Shroud logic. The other day, if you go back a little ways in our Discord here, you'll see the clip that I put in there about the lot expirations.
No. The little clip.
Yeah, little screenshot.
The screenshot of the time for expiration.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So in this screenshot, lots used by tax-free deeds will become unclaimed if the lots are not interacted with after the number of days shown in the list below. And we've had some questions about that here in the Discord, specifically from Sentinel.
Yeah. So the Shroud logic is very, very. So bring up your friends list real quick.
Okay, bring up my friends
Okay.
list. Friends.
Okay, because this is something that's relatively easy to look at and verify. So do a search for Jackson, because remember, the NBNN Studios lot is owned by Jackson.
All right. Okay.
And I may not have ever friended you.
Yeah, I friended you, but you never
Because I don't want any friends on that account.
added me into the friend request. So you are highlighted in yellow as an asshole who does not friend people.
Yes, that is correct. I am an asshole that does not friend people. So remember, Jackson is a lord. Okay. So if we assume, and this is where we can always go to the lot marker, and tell me how many days are available on the lot marker for you, because as soon as I interact with it,
and 69 days and 23 hours.
Okay. And remember, he is a lord, which means that he has 270 days.
Yes, right there. 270 days.
However, my Synesist account is a co-owner of this property, so it automatically refreshes anytime I do anything on the lot.
Not even that. Is it just?
It's just logging it.
Just logging in. So getting to the. Go ahead.
I'm going to qualify that because I have had lot deeds that have expired before, but I don't know. But that's because I never visited the town where the deed was at.
Well, see, therein lies the rub. If Jackson doesn't log in, then any lot that doesn't get interacted with, and the Sentinel goes interacted with, you mean visited. And my answer was visited and or used or moved an item on said lot.
Yeah.
Now, of course, let me continue on with his commentary so people can follow along here. This was this little scattered. He says, "Well, that's lame. Whose terrible idea was that? Just what we need. More work in the game." And of course, I had to let him know that it's been like that since day one. He
Oh
says,
yes.
I don't recall having to do that myself, just need to log in before the expiration hits to reset the clock. Absolutely. Yes, logging in is technically interacting with your property because you're logging in. Now, in the case of said lot with Jackson, if Jackson owns multiple properties and he does not log in, even though you and I both have permissions on this lot, so even Jackson Assist, if he did not log into this lot, as long as I logged in, this lot would refresh because I have permissions on this lot. So any lot that you
Yeah.
have permissions on would get refreshed, but all of Jackson's other lots would still have their timers technically running out. And even though Jack and I use this lot every day for Jackson's account, because Jackson does not log in on the regular basis, if he has other lots, those lots, if somebody does not visit those lots, go over and either click the sign, which I'm trying to do here. Just literally just click on the sign to refresh it, or just step on the lot and, interact with something on the lot like a mailbox or
Uh,
opening a
Sitting,
chest
yeah.
or just
Yeah.
sitting down in a chair would be enough to refresh a lot in somebody else's name, as long as that person has some kind of privileges on the lot. But otherwise, yes, logging in will refresh all of your lots because that's what the way it is logging in. But again, if you don't log in and they are not interacted with, I know the wording is a little, and this is a very great scenario because Jackson does own this lot. Neither you or I own this lot. This gave me, reason to just broach this subject because again, it's been like this since day one. It's nothing new,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
the wording, and again, lots used by tax-free deeds. Um, Also, yeah, taxable deeds, pretty much the same thing, but taxable deeds, as you'll know, if I bring up my tax.
The yeah, and the shroud math related to tax deeds is even more confusing.
Yeah, let's just
Um,
say I want to try and put 99 days there. Oh, I did put 99 days. Okay, it did let me put 99. I don't know how many days maximum we can put, but I want to put 53, 63, 73, 83. I want to put like 37 days, really, is what I really wanted on this lot. Yeah, which puts me to 90 and clears that lot up. So I just put 99 days on my castle lot, which really hit my tax. Yeah, you guys didn't see that. But depending on the amount of days you put on your taxable deed, literally I can, probably put a whole lot more. I don't know what the limit is on the taxable deeds, but taxable deeds is all depends on how many days you have on here. So even though I have 359 days in all my tax-free deeds, I currently now have 152 days on my castle lot and 90 days on my city lot, which are taxed deeds. So that all just depends on how much you can put on there. Now, again, you may notice that I happen to have a little bit of gold available to do this, and I could probably go and try 9999, but I just don't want to run that number down. So Zealot says paying taxes is interacting. Yes. So there's already a time gate there. Yes. Again, the time gate on taxable deeds is how much you put on it. If I would have let that run down, they go poof. If I would have left the 50 some odd days there and just, even though I'm logging in every day, those clocks still tick. So yeah, I'm glad they added this for the tax-free deeds. It's not the end of the world. Just come back and play the game more often for like 5 minutes. You don't even need to be 5 minutes. Just log in, log out. That's really all you got to do. Um, Again, we're here, at least 5 days a week, if not 7 days a week in most cases, but definitely five. But yes, interacting with your lot is logging in. So if you just log in, also, I gotta say, more likely than not, hey, there goes a power surge. I would
Hopefully.
say that 95 to 99% of the time, you're gonna be on your lot, either dropping stuff off or doing something, and that's usually where you're gonna log out. Most people just don't log out in the middle of nowhere. If they were out adventuring or doing something, they're gonna come back to their lot. They're gonna drop their stuff off. They're gonna finish up what they're doing. And more likely than not, they're just going to log out on their lot. So when they log back in, they're already on their lot to begin with. Um, for the most part, I know there's exceptions. I know there are some people who don't do that, but at some point in the day, you will wind up visiting at least one of your lots if you own multiple lots. So, yes. And again, this is specifically geared towards tax-free deeds and this number being interacted with. And again, this particular lot is a great example because neither Jack nor myself owns this lot. It's on one of Jack's other characters on a totally different account. So because we have privileges, that resets that character's account. But any other lot that character owns, the clock is ticking. Does Jackson own any other lots, just out of curiosity?
He used to, I think.
Yeah.
I think he went out and what's that really foggy town? The one with the
Oh,
fog all the time, Spite or something? No,
no,
not Bramble.
starts with B.
Yeah, but had a lot out there, and it eventually expired, or it was on one of my other accounts. I have no clue.
Yeah, it's up over here. What is the name of that one? Brookside.
Oh, Brookside, yeah.
Yeah, Brookside. Yeah, which is the reason why I don't. Yeah, I had a lot in Brookside, but I couldn't deal with the fog fucking every day out there. It's just ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah.
which it makes no sense. And we're gonna bring this up also, which is funny. I'm gonna bring the map over here. I believe it shows this on Soda Map. Brookside, as you will see, um, as I bring up Soda Map, looks like a nice little town right here, sitting out here. But if we go up over here to you, I believe you actually has fog on it. Does it still, or is that only in
No, you
game?
does not have fog on it.
In the game, it does on the overland, I believe.
Okay.
Let's go visit you. Let's just go visit you and take a look
So
because
you. Okay, so we got to go teleport to you.
you teleport to me.
You. We are teleporting to you.
And my cat's got a lizard and she's making all sorts of fun noises out there. She's got it and Rusty wants it. It's always funny when one or the other catches the lizard. All right, and we're going to run out of you.
Yeah, but no fog in you.
Not in you, correct.
Yeah. It may have random fog.
Well, like any other place, but on the
Yeah.
overworld, it's totally fogged in so that you cannot see the actual town really.
Shroud logic.
Yeah.
Shroud logic.
which
It's encapsulated in fog on the
yeah,
overworld map,
but you don't see any fog inside the town, whereas Brookside,
yeah. So
okay,
we're gonna teleport. Brookside's the
we're
other way.
gonna teleport to Brookside
West entrance.
because this is yeah, just great Shroud logic for you.
Shroud logic.
Yeah, yeah. So fog on the outside, no fog on the inside. Makes sense. I would think that if a town like this was so shrouded in fog outside, the whole town inside would be
What's up, goofy fun guy?
goofy fun guy. He remembers this
Yeah,
game. What's going on?
yeah. And Brookside, nice and heavy fog inside.
Yes. There we go. Foggy all day, every day inside of Brookside.
Yeah, and more potential spam. Let's see what this is.
Just tell him live on the air. And as we wait to
That
teleport,
one was a recording.
oh yeah. And then Brookside on the outside. Look at that, nice and clear.
Nice and clear.
Not
Oh yeah.
not a single patch of fog. Couldn't tell there was fog in there. Does this make any logical sense anywhere? No, it does not.
And
You know,
why can't I jump on the overworld map?
yeah. Why can't we do a lot of things?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the reasons why I no longer have a lot in Brookside is just I couldn't stand trying to just deal with moving around in the fog on the daily basis. And again, I mean, I've got so many properties now, I don't even visit many of them on the daily basis. I mean, basically, um, I deal with my lots, once every other week or so because I basically do it via. I'll show you this. Let's go back to the lot. I'll head back to Owl's Head here. Goofy Fun Guy says, I
Oh.
only played during the beta and a short time after launch, though. My guild was big in UO. Some of us felt like this would be good to get into. Not sure what sidetracked us. Been so long. Well, some people just, yeah, never.
Possibly some of the Shroud of the Half-Ass
Yeah.
stuff.
Basically, it didn't do what you were expecting it to be a UO,
Yeah.
UOS game, which it's not. But what I wind up doing is I use my mailbox as my, what towns to visit. So if I sold stuff in these towns, as you'll see, I have, quite a bit of sales. And you'll see that I am fast approaching expiration. So today or tomorrow early, I have to get out and fill these, expiring mail so that they don't go to my bank, and I, know what to actually um, restock on these places. But these are the only towns that I visit on the regular, places where I sold stuff, compared to places where I own but don't sell stuff on a regular. Also, places like Owl's Head where I have 5 and 6 lots. Sometimes I only sell things on one lot, and I don't need to visit the other 4 or 5 lots. So I don't do that. Andrew says to
Yep.
Goofy Fun Guy, whatever you knew is no longer what you remember. Yes.
Yeah.
You should at
Some
least
things have
check out the
changed.
game,
Yes.
especially if you haven't played it since beta. A lot has changed. A lot hasn't changed. And again, uh, technically, we've been here over 10 years, in this game. So it's been that long for you. It's also now free to play. And if you made an investment and bought, a pledge, then your pledge is just going to waste. You should get in and at least enjoy it a little bit. Yes, all games
The
change
game
over
is what you
time.
make of it. Yeah.
Yes. Now people, ask, us. I mean, me, I don't do a bunch of, stuff right now. Again, I'm waiting for episode 2. I haven't been to the new lands except for a couple of scenes just to get them marked on my compass and being able to travel to them later on. Otherwise, I'm just playing my merchant and doing my sales and just keeping my vendors restocked. Whereas Jack, in the last several months, has taken a turn for the worse. And instead of just being a lump on the log, he's been out there actually functionally working on his character, becoming a tamer, working his skills, and collecting those artifacts to make himself some legendary items and all that good stuff, which I really haven't been doing at all. Now, when
Um,
episode 2 finally releases, then I
well,
will, if
although
episode 2
I
finally
I am
releases.
going to stop very, very soon because there's no way that I'm going to uh complete what this is based off of Shroud math.
Well, what is
So,
what is it you won't be able to complete? You want to
well,
specify?
okay, so I provided a link in Discord that will
Oh,
take you to the kill
let's
list for a specific character by the name of Jackson Assist.
yes.
Okay. And go find in that list Razorback Destroyer. Okay.
Razorback Destroyer, and they're not in
It's not in
alphabetical order.
alphabetical order. It's not in the
Yeah.
number. Okay.
Give me a hint as to where it is.
Well, do a search for Destroyer, and it's probably like the fourth one, third one, something like that.
Let's see. I guess I have to do a search. 3.
Yeah, it's close to the bottom of the page.
Lupine Destroyer, Polar Destroyer, Razorback Destroyer. There it is.
Okay. So remember, this stat is updated once a day, probably around midnight or something like that. So last it showed that I'd killed 1,489 Razorback Destroyers. Okay.
Right.
And the Razorback Destroyer is a tier 15 mob in a tier 2+ zone. So it's got 30,000 hit points on it. Takes me about a minute and a half to kill each one. Okay. Now, we're going to have to do this. Let's go to open up Chat GPT. Okay. Because one of the things that it doesn't tell you, and it's like you don't have to log in or anything like that. And say if a mob has a 5% drop rate on an item,
Well, I'm not
how
going to
many
type all this. I'll
mobs
let you do it.
do
You
I
can give me a
need to
screenshot.
kill in order to collect? Now, remember, the entire purpose of farming this is for 2 epic rings, right? How many items does it take to make 1 epic ring? Last
What is it? 124, something like that?
128.
128,
So,
yeah.
so we need to collect 256 items
kitty.
because we need
The floating kitties.
So if you sit there, here's the prompt I did. Now,
What's up, Jacob?
that's telling me that I need to kill 5,120 mobs. And you gotta love the kitties.
I gotta love the kitties
Yes.
just floating in midair in the background.
Floating in midair, looking. But who really has the time or the inclination to kill 5,120 to get that 5% drop rate?
Hell, you're a third of the way there. Come on.
I've killed over 1,500 of them.
Yeah.
I'm approaching the half to get 1 epic. I don't think I'm ever going to get there.
Grind, 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 grind. Shroud of the
Um,
grind.
uh, it's like what?
Frankie T71, what's your in-game name? You won a streamer
Yeah.
bundle yesterday.
Yes, I'm aware that we are gaming in an MMO, and MMOs are designed for masochists.
Andrew has a question.
Um,
What is your question?
yeah,
Oh, well, Jack is asking gamers this question. Okay, I got
yeah. But it's one where it's like this is fucking stupid.
it.
Yeah, and that hold on. This is my brother calling me, so hold on for just a
Yeah.
second.
All right. Jack is asking pack rats. Yes, Andrew, absolutely.
I'm aware.
Yeah. And yeah, you want to talk about pack rats is Jack is is pack rat as a magical carnival cycling die, aether glowing die. What am I supposed to do with all those, Maynard? I'll give them away. The cat dance.
Yep, give them away. Share them with Jack, whatever.
Yeah, as I think I have a bunch of those actually. Do I have them right here? No, I have green dyes there. But you ought to see pack rats. Let's just run around here for a second, as as Jack would say. Yeah, I'm just gonna open the gate. It's a lot easier. Because for some reason my character doesn't like. Yeah, you want to talk about pack ratting? I'm just gonna open a couple of these. Just yeah, those are. Let's see. Does he have these marked? Trunk bounty items. Airy Fund. No, what's in the Airy Fund trunk? He's got all sorts of, yeah, look at this. Look at these extra cloaks he's got. Yeah, yeah. Because, yes, Jack and I were on the Airy Fund board of directors, so he was the guy giving away all those stuff. But, yeah, let's see. Pledge items. Let's see. How many Ancestors cloaks does he have? Yeah. Way too many. Yeah. How many of these? How many benefactors? Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about pack ratting? Yeah. And he's a lot more organized than I am, that's for sure. That is for sure. The Telethon rewards, yeah. Holy crap. Yeah. Of course, I've sold most of my stuff of this stuff, but he's still got quite a bit of it. And the lists go on, as you can see. These are just trunks of trunks of trunks, that just have crap in them. And these are more telethon rewards and stuff, just, But you want to talk about pack ratting. But let's stop what we're doing here for the moment because it's time to go ahead and pull a streamer bundle. And did I ever get an answer from Frankie? Frankie. Yeah, Andrew has 4 castles. He knows. Yes. I have 2, but I'm only using 1 right now. But Frankie, where are you, Frankie? Who are you in game? Yeah, Knight Rider. He's only got 4 because, as I understand, you actually gave one away, didn't you, Andrew? He used to have 5. Yeah, slow going. All right, closing out the Dreamer Bundle giveaways and picking ourselves a winner. And Andrew is my winner for today. And, oh, Frankie, there we go. Thank you, Frankie. I can add you to that, and I will get you one as well.
Now drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow then. Now lean in.
All right, refreshing that. Andrew, come on over, and he's right here. As I start a trade with you. And there you go, Andrew. And Frankie, let me just get you added to my list so I know who you are from here on out. That didn't work. Let's see if that worked. Come on. Control V. There we go. So, Frankie, your name is. Okay, I don't know what that extra stuff there is, but I can now save you. And Frankie Dragon, is that an in-game character as well, or just the Sohaim Tan? Just curious. And you are a wiener from yesterday. And here is your streamer bundle. So congratulations to you, one of our newer users. Always love it when the new folks get themselves some cool wins. And yes, let me see if I actually have you on my friends list, which I wouldn't be surprised if you are already, but doesn't look like it. Okay. There we go. I've sent the request to you. And it says you're already on my friends list. Interesting. There it is. Okay, you're in Bedlam. I don't know if I have that town on my list. Where is Bedlam? I'm curious. I am curious. The castle deed you gave away was when we could upgrade deeds, and the deed was offered to me for testing, and he felt I'd kept keeping it. Okay. I got it. So the other 4 were pledges?
Yes. That's fucking hilarious.
Did your brother explain the problem?
No. He's like, I would check this. I would check this.
Oh.
It's like, I'm not worried about that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, anyway. Did you pull your giveaway?
Yes, I did and reopened it.
All right.
Because
Very good.
I did it. A Baird Thoraxicum received the streamer
Chandra.
bundle.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. Anyway, we good on this topic for right now? Are we ready to move on, or do we have anything else to say?
We can go wherever you want to go. Are you still on the? I have no idea which contact you're even still doing. Or
Well, let's
what is
revisit the hot topic of the week one more time, because yet another comment added to this.
Oh. Okay. Da, 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 da. I gotta go find it. Go find it, find it, find it, find it. So remember, the question is, will there ever be an update to Unity in 2025? Because we are still on Unity 2018 for Shroud. And the last 4 years
Oh,
they've
no,
been talking about.
I thought we were upgrading to Unity 2018.
Well, no, we are on Unity 2018.4.
So what were they supposed to be
for the-
upgrading to? I always thought we were
Well,
upgrading to 2018.
So they were supposed to be upgrading to Unity 2021.
Oh, yeah.
And there's been discussions about Unity upgrades to maintain being on the long-term support version for 4 years. Okay, so 4 years they've been trying to do something related to a Unity update. And the last real big news was that, in order to do the Unity update, we actually have to update our server hardware. And then eventually a box ended up at Ravlox's house almost a year ago.
At least.
And yes. And then from there,
he was waiting on some memory.
Some Christmas to February, somewhere in that time frame. One of the streams is, it just needs some RAM, and we're using the streams in order to fund that. And then from there, the Shroud of another project begun. The server is still sitting behind Ravlox. Then you also have
Unity 6 making an appearance.
Unity 6 making an appearance last week. And so in this thread, someone did suggest using AI tools, and that was, was it Katu, or was that one?
It was
Mapper.
Mapper, the one right above that. Yes.
In Katu came out with, I use GitHub Copilot every day. It's not that helpful. I also use ChatGPT to get inspiration or sparing help. Those will not help with this kind of things. They are good for some things, but would not trust those to do anything critical.
Okay, how much AI have you been playing with? Because I'm not a big fan, but I've played with my fair share, and I've seen it do some pretty fucking amazing things. So yeah.
Well, if the AI tool is developed straight for Unity, the AI is going to be much more accurate because it will be learning off of
absolutely
their code. Whereas, say, using ChatGPT, it just scours the internet for absolute crap code and churns it out. A lot of them used it. What's that knowledge base site that has a bunch of code examples on it for their learning stuff? Yes, but with all things AI, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because it's not going to capture all the conditions that you put in it. So it is something where, hey, it might get you on a path that you need to go down, which should simplify what you're doing.
Yeah, but I'm going to take a guess that if you give AI some C++ or some C# code and say, clean this up for me and make the syntax proper and all that, it should have a pretty good time of doing that, since it's quite the popular language out there on the internet, one of the most predominant these days. And you would just think that it would be able to do syntax and context pretty easily if it's already got
refactoring.
If it's already taking a pre-written script, which is what we're talking about. We're talking about taking stuff that Shroud already has and just refactoring it for a different build.
So I'm going to ask ChatGPT an interesting question. I am using Unity 2018.4, right? And have several shaders that need to be updated to support Unity 2021. Okay. Can you assist with how to update those shaders? Da, 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 da. It's like, how are we doing this? Review shader syntax, adding some keywords and macros. Ooh, and I'm sure that if I provide a shader from Unity 2018, could you update it to Unity 2021? And it's like, yes, it can help you with that. Just share the shader code.
Answer is yes.
Yeah. You may still have other issues related to it, but it would speed up that process. It's kind of like the fact that the Shroud team is undertaking the research, and they're still in the research mode 6 months later of that we know of they're going to revisit how all of the recipes and crafting is done, as well as like the resources that come from nodes. And they're going to be redoing all of that. And the beginning of that project was them not exporting from the Mongo database all the recipes and exporting it into a CSV and then sorting and organizing and doing things like that. They started actually writing down all 2,600 recipes in an Excel spreadsheet by hand.
Yes.
Not the most efficient. Not the most efficient way to actually go through and actually analyze
again,
things.
my understanding is that the export wouldn't do anything for it because it really wouldn't be helpful in getting it into the context that they need to see it as. It would, list the recipes, but it wouldn't put, proper things in proper places, is my understanding.
There's easy solutions to that. Like,
Well,
you export it to the CSV and then you transform the data.
easy
basic.
for somebody like you or Tina.
Or Zealot, who's like, lol, that's my team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you think about it, if it takes 40 hours to transform the data to a usable format that for you, okay, is that time better spent than writing it out all by hand?
Well, it depends. If it takes 40 hours to spit it out and
well,
collate it
which one
compared
is
to getting
which one
the
is
way I
going?
want it, and it's taking me 50 hours to get it the way I want it, well, I mean, you got to figure out.
Wait.
You're not
Remember,
telling me how much time it's taking to do it by hand.
2,600 plus recipes in the game.
Yeah.
And how much human error are you possibly introducing by a typo, transposing numbers?
Always a possibility, but
Yeah.
there's also a possibility that spitting it out's gonna not.
And realistically, if writing down all of those recipes only took 50 hours, why haven't we seen an update related to the project?
Yeah, well, because this project is going to take several years, and they've said so, but nobody wants to listen to that.
Why the fuck would that take several years?
Because then you have to go in and you got to manually retool everything by hand. You can't just say, okay, take this data, dump it in, and automatically, magically, it works again. You got to go in and
I'm aware that they have to analyze things as well as like analyze like resource nodes, where resources come from, and standardize it, change it. But all
update it
of
in the
that,
database, change the recipes, change the recipes need to be hooked to
yes.
the new recipes. It's a fucking process. It's not just, hey, look at this. We're gonna go just retype the recipe and magically it works. It doesn't work like that. You know that, and I know that. Come on.
Um,
And let's take just open
the
the
same way
recipe book.
the
Open the
same thing
recipe
goes
book,
for
and let's
once
go to
they've
carpentry.
designed once they've updated everything in their spreadsheet on what they want it to be. How do they get that back into the game there, Laz?
By hand.
By hand, yes.
Yeah. But again,
How many times have
open up your recipe book and go to carpentry.
I'm aware of how fucked up this shit is.
Okay. So
Which one do you want me to look at?
I want you to look at a shingle roof 2-story with balcony village home.
Do I even have that? I do not have any houses in my
You don't have any houses. Tell me something that you do have. You
Well,
don't have anything
we
in carpentry under houses, really?
No, I do not. Let's see. We don't care about the rares. We can even talk about like
Pick something. Walls,
let's
fences,
see.
and blocks. You have walls, fences, and blocks?
staff. A staff.
A staff. Let's see if a staff is relevant. 2 heartwood. No, this isn't relevant. But okay, for giggles
How
and
do you get
grins.
heartwood? Hey, how do you get heartwood?
Ah, well, how do you get heartwood? Yes. How do you get heartwood? Very good. How about we look up heartwood?
I mean, four maple timber.
Which heartwood are we looking for? Maple, hard maple, pine, great pine.
Yeah.
Which heartwood are we
Yes.
looking at? Rock maple, crimson pine heartwood. First off,
Then it's like, how many trees do you have to kill in order to get this shit?
Right.
Yes.
So right.
It's so fucking stupid.
So let's just take maple heartwood for example. Okay.
yeah.
So 4 maple timber, 1 wax, 1 wood rasp. So if it was just easy enough to just go into the database and say, hey, let's just make it 1 maple timber and change it, and that's the publish, that would be great. But that's not what's going to have to happen.
But the reason I say that it's like what they should do is export all that shit into CSV from Mongo. Is that way they've got all the data as far as what is actually necessary. Then you can use an application like Power BI and transform all of that data to what you're looking for and build those reports.
I want you to look up taming collar.
Oh, I'm aware of how fucking stupid this shit is.
Well, see, let's just go ahead and do this because this is the great example.
Which one do you want? The vintage?
Okay, we have 2 of them. The vintage was an animal collar and a silver ingot. Okay, the change was, see, they couldn't just go in and change the vintage one, so they had to add a whole new recipe, which means, and you know what that now means? Everybody's recipe book is either going to be filled with fucking 2 recipes, one that's going to be vintage and one that's going to be worthless because. This is what happens when you had to change a recipe. Okay, I don't think anybody's really thought about.
I'm sorry to say, but the stupidity is so related to why does every single why does anything that changes one ingredient? Okay, so. If you're trying to build like a Constantan dagger blade or something like that, right?
Right.
Why is the change in the metal require a new recipe? It's the same thing with
Right.
the lumber that we were talking about, the gray pine versus the maple. I mean, don't all those trees look the fucking same in the game?
They do. Now, again, my
Oh
point
shit.
being is that when they wanted to change the taming collar from one to the other, they couldn't just change the original vintage. They had to change the name and then add a whole new recipe. So when they redo
Well,
these 2,000 recipes, what's going to happen? Are we going to have 4,000 recipes in our book? Are they going to wipe the whole system and
um,
make
they
everybody start over? What's going to
they
happen?
they
Because,
they didn't have to do that.
well,
Okay. If they update
how are
the
we going to
recipe,
How are we going to solve that problem? Because apparently they couldn't do it here.
so the they shouldn't have needed to do that
You would think.
because so the player recipe books, the recipe in the game that's learned, and all of that is one record, right? So they can update the record with these are the things that are required in order to craft it. For some reason, they can't figure out how to update their own databases. And they had to create a new one. I guess they don't know how inserts work or changing anything works.
Yeah, well, here we got Zealot going. The more fucked up it is, the more you automate it and ask someone for help if you can't. Seriously, send me
Yeah.
the Mongo dump and format you want it in, and I'll write you a script. I don't even know
Yeah.
what you're working on. Yeah,
And Zealot's like, I think whoever that guy is was the only one that knew the dark Mongo magic.
yes.
Um, yeah, I don't even think he really knew it either.
No, he only went after it because it was free. That was why he
Yeah.
decided to go with it.
And
And we
you
know
could
that
throw as
this.
much dirty data as you possibly could into it, and it would just work.
Yeah. Also, it's on a version that has no longer gotten any support and is no longer supported by the company who was updating that to begin with. So yeah, we're on some legacy shit that just is not ever going to be updated.
Yeah.
Uh, Tina says, nah, because it's easy and that it will take whatever you throw at it. Yeah, well, exactly. But it's also easy to mess up. See now,
Oh yeah, yeah.
here's one of those great things, and
Well, 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 we can show how messed up the database is by just coming in game and going to vendor listings in zone.
well, I can show you how it
And
is just by going into my equipment and looking for my vendor stuff and looking up animal collars.
yeah,
And
but why
letting you
did
know that I still have the original animal collars that were
yes, you
in
do.
the taming collar recipe. Why? Because I went out and bought several hundred of them before they took them out of game. But just because they took them out of game did not mean they take them out of my inventory, which means that I now have a rare item, which if you look right over here on this couch, you'll notice that there's one sitting right there, recipe for an animal collar right in front of this couch that you can no longer get in game unless you buy it off of me or you
Yeah,
get taught it from somebody like me who has the original recipe, which because it's still
yeah.
teachable, but you
Is that the
can't get.
vintage one?
That's the vintage one, yes.
Yeah.
But
But it's
I
like,
bought a couple. I
why
bought
does
a
it
couple of
take?
hundred of those, and I still
Yeah,
now sell those as vintage recipes on my vendors for a premium
yeah.
because you can no longer get the physical copy of it in the game.
Is that kind of? I mean, I should turn around and
Hmm.
sell my ultra rare recipe for whatever crocodile meat.
Yeah, if you've actually got the physical papers, yes, but yeah,
Well,
go
you can't learn it. It's
to,
you hold it in your hands and you
There's,
can't do shit with it. It's
and then there's the other one, which is what was it? The dragon.
yeah. I mean, there's so
Uh,
many things. I mean, this becomes like the UO water tile. Like you remember everybody having a water tile in their
yeah,
backpack,
yeah.
um, or the no draw tile,
Yeah, right.
way back in the
Exactly.
day. It's like
You
someone
know,
did
but
this thing.
how do we fix this when they go to redo it? I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen the way they expect it to, and I don't think anybody thought it
Yeah.
through. You know,
Well, it,
as to
it's
what the
table
what
design. It's
yeah,
format. It's
as to
like,
what the actual ramifications are for redoing all these recipes. So,
well, I
it's,
mean, they get to unfuck the database somewhat.
right, but yeah, I don't see it happening unless somebody's got some magical answer to this. But I do have a
Well, I
magical
mean,
answer to who is going to win my next
oh,
streamer bundle.
well, I get to hold on to mine and give it to Lomir tomorrow because he's not on the lot.
Dogpaw TV. Dogpaw
Oh,
TV.
congratulations.
Do
Dogpaw
I
won
know?
yesterday as well.
Yeah, is Dogpaw in game?
I have no idea.
I don't know. He's gonna have to tell
Yes,
me.
and Conjure getting a Steam key for a game. If I can find Conjure. There's Conjure. Telepath Tactics Liberated. You too can use your power of the mind to liberate something.
Dogpaw, who are
It's
you
a
in game?
$25 game. Congratulations
Yes.
there,
Tina has the
Conjure.
magical answer of work. Tina, what's for
I
lunch
know.
today? Well, I'm thinking about it. Dogpaw, when you answer me, I will get that out to you. We will close the final giveaway, pick ourselves a winner for the Steam Key and Super Drop Forever. You are going to be the winner of, let's see what your game key is going to be.
Dun, dun, dun.
Plan B from Outer Space, a Barbarian
Ooh.
Odyssey. Plan B from Outer Space, a Bavarian Odyssey. What a name. And that is currently $1.24 on sale at 90% off. Retail value $12.50. So congratulations to you. And of course, Dogpaw, you just let me know who you are in game, and we will get you your streamer bundle. But meanwhile, we will return tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz,
I'm Jack.
and we are NBNN. Have a great day,
Bye bye.
everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.